Hello, my name is Juan, and this is a video demonstration for the data analysis that I made here with pandas and a graphic library for to represent some of this data. It's called Matplotlib, and I will be using these two libraries from Python just to work on this data set that I found. And it's really interesting because this is, as the name says, is the income from people from the US living in the US. Has really interesting data to analyze. So I'm just gonna briefly go over the code, and then I'm gonna run the code to see what things we can see observe here. So here I'm just using data frame. This is just the df is the short for data frame, and I'm using this income.csv, which is this file. So here I'm just telling, hey, we're gonna use this CSV file, and then we're gonna call it df, short for data frame. Here I'm just gonna list all the column names for the data set, and here this just another section. This is what I'm using to divide it. Here what I'm gonna do is set like the maximum amount of columns to show when I'm gonna show the head, but just set it to none. So it's gonna display all the columns in the head. Just this displays just five rows, but it's gonna display all the columns. Here down here, what I'm doing is just creating a chart with Matplotlib or library, just to show the top 10 countries with uh, top 10 countries that are here in this data set, meaning that they're like people from other countries. There's actually like a non-specified country, and this is all the amount of people that are from these countries. Now here what I'm doing is I'm filtering the data, and this filter that I thought it was really interesting, it's just I'm just filtering the data from people whose income is more than 5k 50k, and this is really interesting because this data set only has two values for the income: um, more than 50k or equal or less than 50k. So this is just two options, and here just I'm doing the other one. So here I'm actually filtering by like a big amount of data, and here I'm calculating the average age from the filter data frame that I just did before, and I'm just doing like the mean, which is a tool to get the average age. And after that, what I'm doing here, I'm getting the average country, meaning what is the country, what are yeah, what is the country which has more people from that place. And about the countries, I don't know if I explained this before, but native countries just where people are born, but all this data is from people living in the US. So this is really interesting. Here I wanted to focus more on Peru, since I am not from Peru, but I'm from South America. I just wanted to um, go deeper in this. And what I'm doing here is I'm filtering people that are from Peru, that live here, and I'm just gonna print up just a little bit of the head, like 5 rows of all the columns. And here what I'm doing here, it's I'm just getting the average age for all the people that uh, gave this information, and the average age from them. And here I'm comparing people from Peru that also make more than 50k or equal or less than 50k. I'm just printing this like two values, how many people are there from this um, country that make this amount of money. And here this just the final section from here, which is really interesting for me. What I'm doing here is just creating another chart, which is gonna group by native country and income, showing the countries that make like more income, but it's actually just gonna measure the countries that have most people in them, that make more than 50K. And I'm just gonna just show that. And I have these two times, which is just gonna call the graphic library or thing two times, which is okay. And I'm just gonna run this code. And okay, so here we have this chart, but here we have all the columns in this data set. Here we have 5 rows of data, which is this and this, which is the same um, rows, just split it up in 3 parts because it's uh, data, yeah, interesting data. And then it's still processing here, but it's gonna still process because I haven't closed this. So yeah, what is this? This is basically what I was explaining about the chart with all the people that with the amount of people from different countries. So as we can see, most of the people are from the United States, but there are some people from Mexico, unspecified people, then Philippines, Germany, Canada, Puerto Rico, Cuba, India, El Salvador. And this is all the amount of people that provided the information from their countries. This is people that didn't provide the information. And I'm gonna close this. It's gonna run again, and this is gonna show the average age for people that make more than 50K and where they from, United States. Then I'm gonna go down, and I did the same thing with Peru. Peru average age for them it's 36.13, which is just 36. And then here I just saw that people who made there's only one people in this data set that made more than 50K and 22 that made equal or less than 50K from Peru. Then in this chart that I have here is showing the countries with the highest number of people earning more than 50K. First place is United States. Second place is not not a country. Um, then is Philippines, Germany, and then India. And those are the from this data set people that make the most um, money. And yeah, this is my code for data analysis with pandas and just graphic output with Matplotlib. And this is really interesting to see.